The wheels in the sky keep on turning. All right, I am your planetary defense commander, and this is your morning update for the 25th of February 2020. Yesterday, the Dow Jones closed at negative 1,031 points, with the S&P and NASDAQ being down over 3% over fears as the coronavirus spreads across the world. I actually had a rare February laugh when I saw some Republicans try and blame the drop of stocks on fear that Bernie would win the presidency 9 months from now. But do you really think that's what made Europe's stocks drop 4 and 5%? Do you really think Europeans were like, oh no, the Bernie Sanders might win the presidential election. Let us sell all their stocks. Okay. But hey, that may have been a knee-jerk reaction from people after our president, Donald J. Trump, said the coronavirus is very much under control in the United States of America. We are in contact with everyone and all relevant countries. The CDC and World Health have been working hard and very smart. The stock market is starting to look very good to me. Oh, okay. The stalwart showing us the chart that has investors so anxious about the coronavirus, whereas at least the reported numbers from China, if you like believing China, shows it has peaked there, which I'm not sure is true. The cases around the world are starting to spread. And this just in, the Italy coronavirus outbreak spreads to Tuscany and Sicily. Croatia reports its first case of the coronavirus. And Iran's deputy health minister tests positive for the coronavirus. Oh, wow. And the World Health Organization warns countries the coronavirus will be literally knocking at your door. And so I got to tell you, dude, I am THORnews. I do not fearmonger. I do not like to talk about doomy subjects, and YouTube basically demonetizes anything where I talk about China or the coronavirus. And so the reason I continue to talk to you about the coronavirus is until it stops spreading, I will do my best to warn you guys and prepare you guys. And the thing that I've broken down with Nostradamus, I've done 2 videos on it where he discusses how it would be in the United States in March, and it would be a problem through July. I'm kind of going off that. So I respect if you want to think that everything's okay and dandy in the United States, but I still recommend people stock up on 2 weeks to a month worth of food, water, and kind of get ready for lockdown, because we still have about 800 million people on planet Earth in lockdown. And basically you get like a 24-hour notice before your government puts you on lockdown. That's how it's worked in China, South Korea, Italy, Iran, Vietnam, and I'm pretty sure I'm missing 1 or 2. But China says that they have it under control, and Trump agrees with them. So you're totally allowed to believe whoever you want to believe. I do not like politics. I do not like politics in any way, whether it be Democrats or Republicans. You know, at least Trump has talked about the coronavirus. You can't get a single damn Democrat to mention it. And tonight is the last debate. And you know what? This year there are 11 Democratic debates. Last time there were 9. Do we really need 2 more damn debates to have a bunch of jackasses say stupid shit? All right. And so I would be surprised if they bring up the coronavirus during tonight's debate. I would bet they won't. Anyway, the yield curve continues to invert. Businesses in Beijing are trying to reopen. We shall see how that goes. The supernova watch has been canceled as Betelgeuse has started brightening again, although I never had us on a supernova watch, bro. I never once suggested this thing was going to go supernova. The stars are much more resilient than you think. Well, I'm talking about stellar objects, not necessarily famous people, man. They're pretty fragile. We are in a deep solar minimum, which is causing a lot of solar wind to hit the United States. Wait, and all of Earth. Why did I just say that? Mercury retrograde. I'm praying for sometime soon the sun is going to wake back up, because empires rise and fall on solar minimums and solar maximums, and my energy and happiness seem to coordinate. Yours probably does too. We got a fun comet to watch that is like Mag 8, and it won't hit perihelion and maximum brightness for about 2 more months. Comet C2019 Y4 Atlas. It's already kind of impressive. And at THORnews, we love comets, man. Although they usually end up disappointing. They're like relationships. We've got a wet with some snow, funky, chunky, monkey storm system moving over the southeast and northeast, and I guess the central United States of America. And this thing is kind of moving funny, but if you'll notice, as has been the tradition since hurricane season last year, the atmospheric defense team blows holes in the middle of the storm. Look at that. To keep it from being too bad, and so far that's been working pretty good. Although people get mad because that's technically geoengineering. We've supposedly got a super dry week in the United States, though I don't trust it because that's like the maximum of 1 inch of rain for all of the United States anywhere, which seems just weird. Maybe I'm wrong, although you would get some rain right here in Florida. I misspoke. Europe seems to be under the gun for the amount of wild weather. Me no speaky well, but I keep trying. What I'm saying is that the United Kingdom, Ireland, Scotland, UK, Spain, France, other places like that are going to be getting the worst of the weather as the North Atlantic is going crazy. I think it's on drugs, man. The North Atlantic must be vaping some of that PCP, angel dust. I don't even know. Okay. I mean, no, it's serious. You guys have been getting a lot of rain, and you have some lows doing some hurricane type things with some hurricane lows. And so you're getting some pretty heavy winds, and then just consistently rain after rain after rain after rain and rain. And so, we will keep an eye out, but definitely put your rubbers on. Hopefully that's the term for boots. I'm not really in tune with your vernacular. Although appendage means arm or leg or thing attached to a thing. Oh, geez, I should wrap this one up. I'm not making much sense. I think what it is that I've been in a downer mood most of February because the month has totally sucked. I mean, shit, it has been a horrible month. Crap. And so anytime I get like a burst of like, hey, I feel decent, and then I just overdo it. All right. So it's definitely going to be a very wild March, I believe, but we're still 4 days away from that. So let's stick with February because February is quite a thing. Trump's head economic dude, Larry Kudlow of an ex-Fox News guy, said the coronavirus will not last forever. The U.S. looks well contained and the economy is fundamentally sound. He told me, if you're a long-term investor, you should seriously consider buying these dips. Personally, I'm not a fan of our government being stock market salesmen, but you're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe, bro. The coronavirus shuts Venice's carnival and threatens Italy's economy. A good trade channel warning to all. So far, the coronavirus has been a non-economic event in the U.S. That will soon change via the trade channel and supply chains. Start looking at port traffic and containers. Yeah, because this thing has hit China, the second largest economy in the world, really hard. They've been shut down for 5 weeks. Now it's hitting Italy, South Korea, Iran, multiple other places. So I don't think this story is going away anytime soon. And China keeps cracking down on the best journalists and reporters who are giving people the truth. So it's a mixed bag, bro. And the GFS is starting to nudge Thursday's storm back towards the UK, Ireland, Scotland. So keep an eye out on that thingy. Interesting breakdown of coronavirus cases by age. Apparently the luckiest people are kids under 10 and anyone 50 to 59, which is kind of weird. So Italy and South Korea seem to be the most expanding places for the coronavirus. Australia had a few confirmed. Also, but I wanted to note, I read somewhere yesterday that a mom had her kid with flu symptoms, and so they went to the hospital, and she wanted to get him tested for the coronavirus, and they said it would cost the kid $1,400, which was not covered by insurance, and they had to fill out tons of paperwork, so they decided not to do it. And so that's why if somehow we do get a coronavirus breakout, you got to know that our health system is like the worst in the world. People always talk about how great capitalism is, but dude, like our health system is like, it's, I don't know, I don't like it. And so, in my opinion, it's always been to avoid the doctor at all costs. But I'm just saying, like, if we do have a breakout here, we are not in good shape to handle it, because our healthcare system has been trying to figure out how to milk every penny out of everybody, whether it be for diabetes or old age, or charging people like $70,000. I don't know. Not a fan, man. I'm not a fan. So oil shit the bed, copper shit the bed, bonds shit the bed. I think we definitely have a correction coming, but everyone's free to their own opinion. Can we all agree that people who got locked down on that Princess Diamond ship got like the worst luck ever? That was just a bad scene, man. Coronavirus outbreak halts production of Mission Impossible 7 in Italy, and it had hit the richest areas in Italy. As Nostradamus had said, this would hit the richest of the rich and the poorest of the poor. And it would hit even famous people. We could get a cold shot late next week and a super blowy dust storm. Okay. I love you guys. You're cool. You're amazing. You're great. And I appreciate you sticking with me during my emotional ups and downs. But you got to know, February 2020 has been the least enjoyable month as a planetary defense commander of all time. I'm doing my best, and I hope you're doing your best too. And I highly recommend teamwork, though nobody seems interested. I mean, even the Republicans and Democrats are ripping each other to shreds as we have a pandemic breaking out across the world. And as I've always said, politics just turns people's mind to garbage, man. And the election is 9 months away. The pandemic is here now, and it should be treated as number one, clear and present danger until it is gone or peaked, which I do not believe it has. Okay, so let's try and have a great week, and I will try and give you guys some updates today, and I'll try and make a decent fun video on a comment or something, because all doom all the time makes Thor a grumpy superhero. Okay, God bless everyone. Peace out.